The High Court of Ghana has just ordered FDA to pay a sum of 93.9 million Ghana cedis. That's the new currency to Tobinco Pharmaceuticals, and this was as a result of their unlawful activities they actually undertook some few years ago. Just let's go into the story. It reads that FDA ordered to pay over 93 million to Tobinco Pharmaceutical for unlawful destruction of drugs. The High Court of Accra General Jurisdictions, July 29th, 2024, ordered the Food and Drugs Authority to pay a total of 93.9 million to Tobinco Pharmaceuticals for unlawful destruction of unexpired drugs belonging to Tobinco. In 2014, the FDA confiscated pharmaceutical products imported to Ghana by Tobinco on grounds that the products were unwholesome. In 2019, Tobinco sued FDA and asked the court to award costs against the FDA and declared its action unlawful. So in 2014, what it generally means that FDA people just walked into Tobinco Pharmaceutical and took over their drugs, allegedly saying that it was unlawful and the drugs were already expired. It was not accepted, and they seized those drugs. So it took 5 years for Tobinco Pharmaceutical to finally sue FDA. So Tobinco, the plaintiff, judgment creditor in the suit, was represented by Mr. Philip Addison of Addison Bright Salon, barristers, solicitors, consultants in Accra. So this is actually a law firm. And so it's not like plenty law firms. It's a law firm that has all this caliber of people in it. In reaching a decision, the court presided over by Justice Adre Kokovite, that's the name of the judge, declared that the wanton destruction of Tobinco's unexpired drugs or products without obtaining any order from court was unlawful. So generally what it means is that the FDA people took the laws into their own hands, walked into Tobinco Pharmaceuticals, seized these drugs without any law court permit or an order from the law court. So that's the first mistake they did. So the court again declared that the unlawful lockup of Tobinco warehouses by the FDA and bad media publicity by the FDA resulted in the massive expiration of Tobinco's products between July 2014 and August 2015. So not only did they just go there to seize the drugs, they locked up Tobinco's warehouses, and they also went into media, publicizing that Tobinco had unlawful drugs, expired drugs, and those things. That also was ruled by the court to be unlawful. So Justice Kokovete further declared that the order by the FDA prohibiting the sale of Tobinco's products without obtaining an executive instrument from the Minister of Health was also unlawful. You see another crime they committed to. When they were going to seize those drugs at Tobinco Pharmaceutical, the Minister of Health was unaware. They never had any order or any permit from the Minister of Health, and they took the laws into their own hands, and they did what they wanted to do. So this is also another issue that people are in hot soup today. So the judge declared that the actions of the FDA and its CEO in banning Bliss GVS Pharma Limited from importing drugs into Ghana without issuance of an executive instrument by the minister was also unlawful. This is also an unlawful. Charlie, they've taken all the laws. Oh, they've taken the laws into their own hands. So let's hear what the judge says. The judge held that Tobinco did not import fake drugs into Ghanaian market. So that's one problem. So that's one declaration. The judge said that those drugs were not fake drugs. And she declared again that the unlawful conduct of the FDA and its CEO caused substantial damage. This is where the issue is covered. This is where the laws are. This is where the problems are. You understand? So because the FDA people undertook this unlawful act, they have caused a substantial damage and loss to the business of Tobinco. And the court said that the actions of the FDA in declining to register Tobinco's drugs confiscated the Tobinco's drugs from customers, ordered for the arrest of Tobinco's CEO, and detention of Tobinco's imported drugs at the Tema port was an abuse of the FDA statutory powers and duties. So you see, these people, like I said, Yeah. They didn't know who they were trying or what. This is an influential person. Oh. This is a rich man who is known to be a philanthropist. He's very rich, you understand? So I don't know how they were thinking. Like you just step on someone, do things by heart, take the drugs, not only that, close the warehouses, ordered for his arrest, go into the media. Hey, that we did. Whenever you are doing things and you think that nobody can touch you, no way. Yeah, or by mine or be anti here. Get ready. Your cup is not full. Let's continue. For these actions by the FDA, which occasion losses to Tobinco, the court ordered the FDA to pay special damages of 24 million, being the total cost of Tobinco's products which expired. So just the drugs they took alone, that one alone cost 24 million Ghana cedis. And the court also ordered for special damages in a sum of, wow, being the cost of expenses incurred by the plaintiff. Basically, they are just adding the losses Tobinco had to suffer, and at the end of the day, everything summed up to 93 million Ghana cedis, and this is crazy. So these are stories that are so inspiring that anyone who ever loses hope in the Ghanaian law should take note that, see, if you leave things and say nyame beye yede agya nyame, then people always step on you. But when people do you and you also take, you just go to your lawyers and they show you what to do, you have to go to serious lawyers. Some lawyers are not serious. So you have to go to serious lawyers, make sure that you also have some money, you have some change. Then you take the people on. At the end of the day, you gain, you pay your lawyers, and you'll be smiling. So these are things that are actually happening in Ghana. That should tell you that the Ghanaian law may be low, it may be slow, it may not work as fast as possible, but trust me, no matter the time it takes, you will get justice and you will enjoy at the end of the day. And this is inspiring for every business person to take note and not let people step on you like that. Most of these government agencies, they think just because they are under government, nobody can, question them, nobody can challenge them. They have everything on their shoulders. But trust me, because you and I, we are not serious, that's why people are taking, advantage of us. So it is high time we learn the laws, get lawyers closer to us, so that we always chop some of these monies. Thank you very much, guys. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe. If you want to buy land or houses in Ghana, just check in the description of the video, get my number, you reach me. If you also want someone to handle your building projects, maybe you're building in Ghana, you're not in Ghana, we have trusted company that can do that. My name is Imoru Sadat. You're welcome to Business Ghana Me TV. Bye.
My name is Imoru Sadat. Subscribe. Business Ghana Me TV. Thank you.